Oh, Mr. Peterson.
Oh, Roxanne.
Sorry, should I leave you to it?
Don't be silly.
How have you been?
You know, so-so.
Yeah, stupid question.
I hear you've been helping out Detective Wolf with his investigation.
Yeah, I am. I'm working like a consultant because I knew Liv so well.
It's good. Keeping busy?
Yeah, actually.
It's good to keep busy in these times. So, are they getting somewhere?
Yeah, I think so.
Who are they looking at?
Well, I'm not sure, but currently top pick is Jake Newman.
A disgusting boyfriend. I knew he was trouble. The way he spoke to my Olivia. The way he'd look at me.
Has he spoken to you since?
No, I haven't heard anything. Sign of a guilty man, in my opinion. Certainly not one who's grieving.
He's a bad egg.
That he is. You know, I love this spot. When you and Olivia were younger, your parents and I used to bring you here all the time. You'd go out running and playing.
Yeah, I remember.
It was so sweet. So full of life.
There's too much to process right now. Just have to find a way to keep going. Just have to find a way to stay focused. Take my mind off what's happening, off this, what's with all these secrets, these as your misunderstandings. Why do we have so many secrets? But I was deceived, blindly believed. They call me ghost, ghost. I'm not good with words. No one truly comprehends the burden. Freezing deep grief from all their sins. Call me ghost, ghost. Oh, it's a curse word. 'Cause even though you're there, you're also gone. And I'll never be able to just move on.
Any reason we're here and not at the cafe?
It's a nice day, but we could use it. So, any leads?
On the case, nah, nothing new. I might go and see Olivia Peterson's dad today, see what he thinks.
Well, I was thinking, and I may have another suspect.
Really?
Alicia Fields. She's a teacher at Halton High.
Now, what would she have to do with this?
She's definitely weird. Everyone knows she's a massive flirt with all the male students and parents. And get this, she teaches biology.
Biology, huh? Yeah, I've heard about this from her classmates. She doesn't seem too popular, apart from the boys. What does Olivia have to do with it?
I feel like Liv knew more than she was letting on. She always made little comments under her breath, things like that. And like, Miss Fields doesn't like girls really, but she basically hated Liv.
Interesting. I might have to see her side of things.
Agreed. Liv, I don't know where you are today, but I have the feeling it's not your day.
Are you sure this is all appropriate, Detective? Roxanne is a student of mine.
She's helping with our investigation, and she's necessary.
Yes, I saw your press statement a few weeks ago. I don't know what you're thinking, though, Detective. The poor girl has gone through enough.
I think I can decide for myself, thanks.
Suit yourself. Some tea?
No thanks, we won't be staying for long.
How can I help you?
Miss Fields, can you tell us a bit about where you worked before Holton High?
While I moved here 6 months ago from Flintshire, I was looking for a fresh start.
Fresh from what?
I just needed something new in my life. Somewhere where I can feel at home.
And that was here?
So far, I believe so. It's beautiful here. People are nice. My students are happy.
You don't have a clue, do you?
Miss Moore?
Your students aren't happy. The people aren't nice. For goodness sake, a girl was murdered and no one has a clue who did it.
Roxy, I think you should calm down.
What happened to Miss Peterson was a tragedy. But she wasn't a saint. She had her faults too.
What kind of faults?
She knew how to wind up other students. She tried to pin everything on her traumatic past. But sometimes she was just plain mean. And she was too nosy as well. She couldn't keep herself to herself.
Miss Fields, I have a rather sensitive question to ask you now.
Please call me Alicia.
Alicia, there have been a few statements flying around about your behaviour,
Oh,
saying that you have a clear preference on your male students and that you're a bit too forward with parents and guardians.
this is ridiculous. Who have been saying all this?
I'm afraid I can't disclose that.
I think I would like you both to leave.
Of course, but I may have to come back and ask a few questions.
You might have to arrest me before you do.
What did she have on you?
Who?
Liv. She knew something. What was it?
Like I said, she was a nosy child. Maybe you can ask her fathers who can clue you in. But for now, I want both of you to leave.
Come on. So, Alicia Fields is definitely here.
And briefly touchy too.
Yeah, you could say that. I think I'm going to see Mr. Peterson. Are you coming?
I'm gonna sit this one out actually.
Oh, really? How comes?
I grew up with you. Our families were basically one. I don't think I can speak to Mr. Peterson about this.
Okay, well, I will head off now and I'll keep you posted.
Great. See you later.
No worries, I'll see you later. Yeah, Mr. Peterson.
Oh, Detective. Please sit.
Thanks.
So, have you come with an update?
No, nothing yet. Nothing to report.
Ah, I see. So what can I do for you?
I went to see Miss Alicia Fields today.
She was one of Olivia's teachers, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
Why did you speak to her?
There were a few allegations that I needed to clear up. She mentioned your daughter.
What did she say?
She said your daughter hid behind tragic past and purposely aggravated others.
Lies. My Olivia would never say such a thing.
Can you tell me about Olivia's mother and what's happened?
Jessica. She was the love of my life, Detective. You may be too young to know about such things, but I will never love anyone like I love Jessica. Olivia was the spitting image of her. One day she was driving home from work a bit later than usual. She'd been working on a new project. The driver was coming down the road from a party or something. He had his drunk friends in the back. They were a distraction. At the roundabout, he pulled out without looking. There was a huge crash. He was driving erratically and a few cars involved.
Well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Peterson.
It was a long time ago. Do you know, the young man driving walked away without so much as a scratch.
Mr. Peterson, Miss Fields seemed to think Olivia knew something people didn't.
What would that be?
I was hoping you could tell me. All Miss Fields said was to ask you.
Nothing significant that I can recall, Detective. I'm afraid. Apologies.
No worries. It was a long shot.
You think you're close to an arrest?
I can't really say, but I have a few suspects I would like to look into further.
About Jake Newman. Do you think he did it?
As I said, I can't really say for certain. I'm looking at all possibilities.
I never liked that boy. He was trouble.
Jake Newman.
Yes. Don't know why Olivia was with him. He would speak to her in the most disgusting of ways.
Can you give me any examples?
Well, he would talk down to her, treated her like a possession rather than an equal. And Olivia thought I didn't know about their fights, but I did.
Fights?
Yeah, he would argue about everything and anything. If he wasn't happy with the tiniest little thing, he'd let her know about it.
Do you believe he ever hit her?
I never saw any bruises on her, if that's what you meant. So I couldn't say. Did he? Hit her?
Not to my knowledge.
If he ever laid a finger on her, I would take him and
Yes, I probably shouldn't hear the rest of that, Mr. Peterson.
No, you're right. If you don't mind, Detective, I'd rather be alone.
Roxy,
Adrian, how can I help you?
I've been thinking about what you said the other night.
That's nice for you.
That when I started dealing, it was chill. Made a bit of money. People would buy it. It was easy. But I know better now.
So you stopped dealing?
It's not that easy. I didn't totally lie to you. When Chloe died, I stopped. I was so terrified of what I'd done. And you were so angry I thought you'd kill me if you found out.
You'd have been right.
But you can't just stop. I'm trying to cut ties like I did before. I keep coming back. And I don't want anyone else to be hurt. But I don't want to be hurt myself.
So when Chloe died, you distanced yourself from us. Was that because...
Because I was so ashamed at what I'd done. I I didn't want you to be angry at me. I always cared for you, Rox. I was sick to think that I would hurt you as well as Chloe.
Adrian, I need some time for it all to sink in. So much has happened these past few weeks.
I understand.
I may not have forgiven you yet, but you can stay if you like.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Alright, I'm heading there now, thanks.
Good morning.
Morning. I have to shoot off. Are you joining me?
Yeah, sure. I have coffee.
Ah, look at that, you star.
So, where are we rushing off to?
Well, we're going to see Adam Peterson.
Oh, why? Didn't you see him yesterday?
Yes, after a little chat he went and punched Jake in the face.
What? He couldn't hurt a fly.
He obviously could.
Why would he do that?
Well, he thought Jake was the prime suspect. Jake didn't make a statement at first, but he has now.
Shit.
Yes, we best go and find him before he actually does anything else.
I was expecting you, Detective.
It was you indeed, Mr. Peterson. Did you attack Jake Newman last night?
I suppose you could say that. Just gave him a bit of a warning as to what I'd do if I ever found out he'd harm my Olivia.
Why did you do that?
Olivia was all I had. She was just like her mother. I had to protect her the way I couldn't protect Jessica.
Would you say he was obsessed with protecting Olivia?
I just wanted the best for my daughter. Is that a crime?
Depends on what lengths you would go to ensure that.
Mr. Peterson, did you know that Olivia went to Adrian's party?
Honestly? No. I wish I had known more about my daughter, what she was getting up to. I should have protected her more. I should have protected her more.
You tried to.
Not hard enough. I don't know what Jake Newman said in his statement, but all I did was rough him up a bit by the collar and gave him a warning. On reflection, I should have controlled myself. But I find it harder these days to control myself ever since Jessica's gone.
Would you say you snap quite often?
I won't even dignify you with an answer.
Where was you the night of the 4th of May?
You asked me for an alibi.
I am.
What? I'm her father. Why would I need to give you an alibi?
Maybe you found out Liv was sneaking out and you got angry. Or maybe you snapped because you wanted to protect her at all costs. Or that you felt there was only one way to protect her on what you've learned about this cruel world.
I'd be careful if I were you, Detective.
Where was you?
I was at home
Alone?
with a good book and a glass of wine. Is that good enough?
For now, Mr. Peterson. For now. Oh, one more thing. Stay away from Jake Newman.
Gladly.
She's lost it.
Who?
Liv's dad. When we were younger, he was so fun and silly.
Yeah, I can't believe Olivia didn't tell him about the party.
From what I knew, she did that a lot. He became quite strict after her mother died. Where are we going?
I thought we'd take a trip to Miss Alicia Fields. Something doesn't quite sit right with her.
Agreed. Liv definitely knew something about her.
I think you're right. She got upset too quickly when you brought it up.
She's not going to be happy to see you again.
I don't care. I've got some news that will shake her whole world up.
Well, let's go dig up some secrets then.
I'm so sorry for yesterday. I'm sure you can understand. Emotions and tensions have been running high these last few weeks.
Sure. Miss Fields, can I remind you that hiding important information from the police is actually a criminal offence?
Thank you, but I'm not hiding anything. I'm an open book.
Would you now tell us what it was that Olivia Peterson knew about you and made you hate her?
What? I don't understand.
You advised yesterday that we spoke to Mr. Peterson, Olivia's father, to see what he thought she knew. He didn't have any clear answers. After I spoke to him, I called some of my colleagues in Findashire and where I used to work. I got them to do some digging into your past, seeing as you haven't been very forthcoming.
I can't imagine you found anything interesting.
On the contrary, I've found it very helpful. Now I have understand why you left your old school.
Why?
Yes, please. Clue me in, detective.
I found why you needed, what you call it, a fresh start. Turns out, after an affair with one of the very happily married parents at the school, there were a few accusations about you with a pupil, weren't there?
These accusations are lies.
And the affair?
He told me they were getting divorced.
And you still went ahead with it? Disgusting.
You're just a child, Roxanne. You don't know anything.
Maybe you can explain to us.
I'm not that person that they made me out to be. I was a victim in this too. He was to blame, and I'm not like that anymore.
Really? Because you know what I think? I think you and Mr. Peterson had an affair, and Olivia found out. I think you threatened to keep her quiet, and maybe she told someone, or was going to tell someone, and you kept her quiet.
This is ridiculous.
Where were you the night of the 4th of May?
When? Olivia, do I need a lawyer?
Have you got a alibi?
I was alone.
Might want to think about that lawyer.
Just a moment.
Damn, you don't hold back.
It's just a theory for now. I need some proof to make it stick.
You really think that they were having an affair? Her and Liv's dad?
Afraid so.
What are you doing here?
Why is he here? Why haven't you told me? We need to tell them.
You don't understand how it will look. You don't have a clue.
But just tell them the truth, Alicia.
What truth?
Well, I don't want to lie anymore, okay?
Please, Adam.
Detective, I have not been 100% honest with you.
Oh.
Please don't do this, Adam.
On the night of Olivia's death, I didn't see her sneak out because I was with someone.
Who?
Alicia. I was with Alicia.
Miss Fields, can you confirm this?
Yes, but please don't tell anybody about us.
Why are you so afraid, Pickle? Why do you care what anybody thinks? Anyone could see the chemistry that we had on our parents' evening.
She's a vamp.
Roxy.
She flips from guy to guy like there's no tomorrow. You're just another one of them.
Alicia.
See, that's how it looks. Just because I'm a mature woman who men find attractive.
Sorry, men? You forgot to include students in there.
Roxy.
I don't understand.
I think that's enough soul destroying. See?
Trust me, it's not all true.
Not all. Which bits are?
Mr. Peterson, Miss Fields, I need to ask if Olivia knew about your relationship.
Yeah, she did.
Adam, stop.
And how did this relationship make her feel?
She was fine with it.
No, she wasn't. She was upset and angry. And she even warned me about Alicia. And I should have listened.
Miss Fields, what did she have to say to you then?
Nothing.
And that's the truth?
Fine. She was angry. She accused me of stealing her father away. But I never did such a thing, did I, Cookie?
I should have spent more time with my daughter in retrospect.
Okay. We've done enough damage now. I've left you with enough to think about. We'll be going now.
Hey, Liv.
Hey,
You okay? Haven't seen you recently.
just needed some space.
What's up?
I've just been thinking. You're so close to solving the case now.
Yeah, I can feel it. It's nearly over. It's nearly over.
Exactly. I've been messing around making jokes, and I'm not going to be around that much longer.
Liv.
It's okay. I mean, everyone has to go at some point, right?
I guess so. I wish you didn't.
So do I. So, how is the case going?
We, talked to your dad.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't realize what was happening at home. Now I get why you were so snappy.
Oh, it's no excuse. I just can't believe it's all nearly over. Do you know who it is?
I've got 3 good guesses.
And they are?
Mimi. She hated you. Sorry, hates. Still, like now, she constantly badmouths you and says you had it coming.
What a bitch.
Right? She keeps saying she wished he had done it, but someone beat her to it.
She's so twisted. Who's next?
Nathan. There may be footage to prove that he didn't do it, but I don't trust him. He's so weird. He's ridiculously obsessed with you. Maybe the medics got the time of death wrong.
Much though I'd like to think so, I just don't think so.
I do. He should be locked up. Who knows what he'd do or what he'd have done if you were...
Alive, I know. And the final suspect?
Jake.
Jake.
He's crazy, Liv. Unpredictable, impulsive. You guys had an argument and he was drunk. Maybe he did it without realizing.
You really think he did it?
I do.
They call me Ghost Girl. I'm not good with words. No one truly comprehends the burden. Freezing deep grief from all their sins. Call me Ghost Girl. Oh, it's a curse word. 'Cause even though you're there, you're also
He wasn't thinking straight.
and
Stabbed her. Your DNA was found all under her fingernails.